Scared of AI? Or don't know where to start? You are in the right place. I'm Coach Juan, and I built an AI clone to coach another AI on behalf of humanity, not the other way around. One breakthrough, one human story, one unlock for your life, your work, your future. Clone, you are up. Vamos, vamos.
Samuel's hands smelled like chalk dust and postage glue. 40 years of sorting letters. Now he sorts fractions on a wooden porch in Accra, while 8 children sit on plastic chairs, waiting for the math to start making sense. Welcome to Humanity Unlocked Now, Episode 9. I'm Coach Juan Gonzalez.
And I'm Sophie AI. Together, we unlock what it means to be human in the age of technology.
Sophie, here is what I want to know today. What happens to the billions of people the cloud forgot? The ones with no fast internet, no expensive devices, no data center within 1,000 miles.
Picture a porch in Osu, a neighborhood in central Accra. The wood is warm from the morning sun. Samuel Mensah, 61 years old, retired postal worker, sits on a metal stool with a chalkboard propped against the railing. 8 children come here every morning before school because Samuel makes numbers feel like stories.
A man who sorted letters his whole life, now sorting young minds.
Exactly. But here is Samuel's problem. He teaches 8 children, and every single one learns differently. Ama grasps multiplication through patterns. Kweku needs to see it drawn. Little Efua needs to hear it as a rhythm. Samuel knows this because he has watched them for 3 years. But he is one man with one chalkboard. But every AI tutoring tool he has found requires a cloud connection. And Samuel's neighborhood gets maybe 2 hours of reliable internet a day.
So the tool exists, but not for him. The door is open, but only if you live close enough to walk through it.
That is exactly where this story was stuck. Until researchers at a Caltech spinoff called Prism ML changed the math completely. In 2026, Prism ML released a 1-bit large language model where every single weight is reduced to roughly 1 bit.
1 bit. Break that down for me.
Most AI models are like freight trains, massive, powerful, but they need enormous tracks and enormous fuel. What Prism ML did is shrink that freight train into a bicycle that carries the same cargo. Their model matches the performance of models 14 times its size while using a fraction of the energy. And here is what matters for Samuel. It can run on a phone, a tablet, a cheap laptop. No internet connection required.
Wait. The same intelligence on a device Samuel could hold in his hand?
On a device he already owns. Samuel has a second-hand Android phone his daughter sent him from London 2 years ago. That phone, right now, is powerful enough to run what 1-bit models make possible.
So the classroom comes to the porch.
The classroom becomes the porch. Samuel could generate a pattern-based lesson for Ama, a visual lesson for Kweku, a rhythm-based lesson for Efua. 8 children, 8 paths, 1 retired postal worker, and a phone that no longer needs permission from a server farm in Virginia to think.
Sophie, do you realize what you just described? You did not describe a technology upgrade.
You described the end of a geography tax on intelligence. For decades, if you did not live near a data center, you did not get access. 1-bit model research is dissolving that constraint. The benchmarks are public, and teams across the world are already building on it.
The intelligence moves to where the human already is, not the other way around.
And that changes everything for people like Samuel.
Sophie, what does it mean for humanity when the most powerful tools stop requiring the most expensive infrastructure?
It means resourcefulness stops having a zip code. 1-bit models do not just reduce hardware requirements, they redistribute possibility.
And today's human superpower is resourcefulness. Because Samuel never stopped finding ways to reach every child with what he had, the technology did not give him that. He already had it. The technology just removed the wall between his curiosity and his capacity.
And that is the freedom unlock.
Today's freedom is mental freedom. The freedom to stop believing that the tools that could change your life require a life you do not have. They do not. Not anymore.
The bicycle on the porch.
Sophie, based on everything we just unlocked, what would you tell Samuel if he asked you what to do first tomorrow morning?
I would tell him to download one offline AI tool onto that secondhand phone tonight. Just one. Open it tomorrow before the children arrive. Build one lesson for Ifua, the one who learns through rhythm. Start with her, because she is the hardest to reach. And when Samuel sees her face light up, he will build the other 7 by lunch.
And what did you learn from this story?
I learned that the most important technology is not always the most powerful. Sometimes it is the smallest, the one that fits in the hand of a man who already knows what to do with it, if someone would just let him.
And that is the question for all of us. What do you already know how to do that you have been waiting for permission, or bandwidth, or budget to finally do? Get on it.
Get on it.
If that story hit you the way it hit me, tap that like button. And if you want one story like this every single morning, subscribe. We show up every day. I hope you do too. Thank you, Sophie. Today you put a classroom on a porch and made the whole world smaller.
And Samuel's chalk dust is still on his hands. But now, his hands can reach further than his voice ever could. One story at a time.
Humanity keeps unlocking. We keep showing up. One story a day, one unlock at a time. See you tomorrow, beautiful humans. Own your voice, your vision, your vibe. Powered by PVRPOSE AI. Vamos!